Previously on the cinematic universe of Marvel. No, wait. Love, power, betrayal, and more. This love-able story. Today, in political story just like this, Uribe and Santos, the origins. Just like Sully and Mike Wazowski or Marty McFly and the dog, Santos and Uribe used to be a great dude. But they are not alone. They are surrounded by a charming group of secondary characters just like Gidis Medina and Teodolindo Avedaño as the congressmen that were good but turned bad at the very last moment. All the Liberal Party as the heroes. The Red Drag Party as the Santos parents. It all begins in 2004 with the vote for the re-elections. The Red Drag Party was not happy with this idea, but Santos wanted to be an independent child, so just like Matilda, he recognized his mental powers and left them on their luck. He could not get the best of both worlds, so he had to take a decision, to be by himself or to get a new father. And who best as a guardian than Uribe? Santos wanted to help him to get re-elected, but...
It's a trap!
With only a few months to go until the end of Uribe's second term, Santos makes public his desire to run for president, by making public his desire to continue the work begun by Uribe.
Woo! I'm the king of the world!
At first, the campaign was orange, with the photo of Santos and nowhere the name of Uribe. But then they made people notice they had his support, because Santos had never made himself count.
With Uribe's support, Santos won the campaign and finally he was the president of Colombia. Of course, Uribe thought that Santos was a really good investment, but the bet that Santos could receive from Uribe was his absence in the Nariño's house. Santos betrayed him and stopped being the apple of his eye. Santos cut corners when he confessed that he wanted Lleras in his government and Lleras was anti-Uribe. Oh, Uribe, I'm so sorry. Then, Santos could not do better becoming a friend of Chavez, the arch-rival of Uribe. Neither Judas was so treacherous. Later, Santos appointed a new minister and a new prosecutor, and Uribe wanted other people in those positions. To add insult to the injury, Santos started investigation of former government officials. And the cherry on the cake, Santos sought to make peace with FARC, whom Uribe has hated most in his life.
Now, let's gonna talk about their relationship today. They don't talk to each other today. They prefer this in their relationship because of the terms of the divorce. They don't want the youth to share to each other the daughter Colombia. Their relationship has become complicated and they don't have to overcome the difference or similarities. They say that between more like, more mutual hatred. The only means that now have to interact are the social networks, especially Twitter. Does not say anything about this in the act of the divorce. This social network that is free of any filter and allows all kind of comments were treated discriminatory and inappropriate. In addition, this don't stay in them, and already their children have feel involved in all the comments and tweets that are made, and do not remain silent. That's important in a toxic relationship. Mainly, the comments go from the ex-president Uribe to the ex-president Santos. Here we will see some clear examples of the maturity of the person that governed our country for 4 years. And of course their sons, Thomas and Jerónimo Uribe, that don't remain silent and made bad comments for the last government.